Recently, we got a look at some captivating images as Webb peers back toward the origin of everything.
The average density of Saturn is less than the density of water. And anything whose density is less than water will float. So the technical way to say it is, if you scoop out a piece of Saturn, it will float on a puddle of water or in an ocean. It doesn't matter.
Well, so if you have an ocean, a salty ocean, for a few billion years, maybe there's something alive.
After years of eager anticipation, the brilliant scientists behind the James Webb Space Telescope have finally unveiled an image that will leave you in awe. This cutting-edge telescope, a marvel of modern engineering, has transcended all expectations and captured something truly extraordinary. Brace yourselves as we take a journey through the cosmos and feast your eyes on a celestial wonder like never before. First of all, let's briefly make sure you understand why the James Webb Telescope is the best thing that could ever happen to astronomers. What makes the JWST so extraordinary is its cutting-edge technology and its capacity to detect light in the infrared range. This allows it to peer through cosmic dust and observe distant objects with exceptional clarity, including the formation of galaxies, stars, and planetary systems. The telescope's primary objectives include studying the early universe, identifying the first galaxies and stars, investigating the formation of planetary systems, and examining the atmospheres of exoplanets for potential signs of life. Recently, it captured a stunning picture of Saturn, the famous ringed planet in our solar system. The image goes beyond what we ever imagined, showing Saturn's beautiful rings in a whole new way. The James Webb Telescope has now taken pictures of all four gas giants in our solar system: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. But unlike the pictures taken by the Hubble Space Telescope, which show Saturn with bright bands of clouds, Webb's new image paints a different picture. Saturn appears as a dark circle, colored in warm shades of orange and brown, which is quite unusual. The reason for this difference lies in the special way Webb observes celestial objects. Unlike the Hubble telescope, which sees things in visible light, Webb uses infrared light to view the universe. Infrared light is not visible to our eyes, but it has many uses. For example, it helps us understand heat or thermal emission. We use the same infrared light in everyday devices like TV, remote controls, and air conditioners. Infrared light has longer wavelengths than visible light, allowing it to travel through thick gas and dust in space without getting scattered or absorbed. This means it can reveal hidden objects that regular telescopes using visible light cannot see. Now, let's talk about Saturn and why it looks so dark in Webb's picture. When certain wavelengths of infrared light hit the methane gas in Saturn's atmosphere, almost all of the light gets absorbed. This is why Saturn appears very dark in the image taken by Webb. Surprisingly, the northern part of Saturn looks even darker than expected, and scientists are still trying to understand why. They think it might be because of some unknown process in Saturn's atmosphere that's creating tiny particles called aerosols. On the other hand, the edges of Saturn's disk, where its atmosphere hugs the planet, shine brightly. This glow might be the result of a process called methane fluorescence, where atoms in the atmosphere absorb light and then emit it at a different frequency. Saturn's mysterious dark appearance might have two possible causes. One could be emissions from certain particles in its upper atmosphere, while the other could be a combination of different phenomena. To find out for sure, scientists need to study the light emitted by Saturn in detail. There are also interesting patches in the northern region of Saturn, similar to what was seen on Jupiter before. These patches might be caused by gravity waves interacting with particles in Saturn's upper atmosphere, but we don't fully understand the process behind it yet.
Real Saturn, it's particles, frozen water, possibly ammonia, rock, and it forms a ring because what we call the gravitational dynamics favors a ring under those conditions. In fact, there's many rings. There's the A ring, the B ring, the C ring, the D ring, and so it's very thin and you can't just walk around on it.
Now let's focus on the most striking parts of the images. Saturn's rings and moons. The icy rings shine brightly and look stunning against the dark background of Saturn. They are made up of ice and rocks of different sizes and reflect a lot of infrared light. But there's more to the picture. We can also see 3 of Saturn's moons in the photo: Dione, Enceladus, and Tethys. They appear as small bright dots lined up one above the other. Among these moons, Enceladus is particularly fascinating and is considered one of the most interesting bodies in our solar system. This ice-covered world has become quite famous for shooting out sprays of its underwater ocean into space. reaching an incredible distance of over 6,000 miles or 9,600 kilometers.
Hey, there's a place in our solar system outside of Earth that has the chemical makeup to potentially support life. That place is Enceladus, Saturn's sixth largest moon. Researchers pored over data collected by a joint NASA-European spacecraft mission and found the moon's ocean contains phosphorus, which is found in human teeth and bones as well as DNA. This is the first time the element has been discovered in an ocean that's not on our planet.
Recently, scientists discovered phosphorus in this icy world, making it even more fascinating. Because of these discoveries, it has become one of the top contenders for possibly hosting alien life. You might be curious if the picture you see is exactly what the Webb telescope saw. Interestingly, it's not. The final image you see is a result of combining multiple raw images taken by Webb, each using different filters to capture infrared light. These raw images of Saturn initially looked like a bright white blob with protruding ears, similar to shining a bright flashlight on a shiny surface. But certain raw images stood out more than others. In one of the images, we get a clearer view of Saturn using most of Webb's special infrared light. Here, we can see Saturn's cloud bands and the rings radiating around its center, resembling the glow of a fluorescent ring light. The picture also had some white specks caused by noise, which were later removed to make the final image look better. So, what you see is a result of some clever adjustments and combining various images taken by the telescope to give us a clearer and more beautiful view of Saturn. An amazing picture of Saturn was taken using special cameras that can see invisible light. In the picture, Saturn looks almost completely black. This picture shows how much hard work and careful effort went into making the final images that scientists can use for their research. The picture we see is not the same as what the cameras initially captured. It's a combination of different pictures taken with different filters, which were then processed to create this beautiful and informative image. To get these pictures, a special telescope called Webb spent 20 hours carefully looking at Saturn. The whole mission was focused on studying Saturn and its moons and rings using a special instrument called NIRSpec. The scientists leading this mission also asked for more pictures of specific Saturnian moons and used another instrument called MIRI to make additional observations in the type of light we can't see with our eyes. Right now, people are really excited and looking forward to seeing these images. Even without those additional pictures, it's already obvious that the current observations from Webb telescope are just the beginning of many amazing things it will reveal about Saturn in the future. Astronomers have made a very important and exciting discovery. They found something in space that's shining much, much brighter than our sun, about 10 million times brighter. By studying this mysterious object closely, they have also learned new things about physics. The James Webb Space Telescope has truly surpassed all expectations, bringing us an image that has left us in absolute wonder. This extraordinary feat of scientific innovation has opened up new vistas in our understanding of the cosmos. With its ability to peer deep into the universe's heart, the telescope has unveiled mysteries that were once hidden from our eyes. Thank you for joining us on this extraordinary adventure.